funny about sex, huh?
Hi, my name is Nahal Kamasani. I go by she, her, hers, and my race ethnicity is Pakistani American.
Hi, my name is Vivian Tang. I go by she, her, hers, or they, them, theirs, and I am Chinese American.
My name is Michael Ngo, and I'm Vietnamese Chinese American.
And I'm Aparna Sethumadhavan, and I'm Indian American.
Hi, my name is Melissa Violet. I am half Thai and half Malaysian.
Hi, I'm Kanika Pak. I'm half Chinese and Cambodian.
My name is Wen Vu, and I am a Vietnamese Asian American queer person. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and they, them, theirs.
Hi, my name is Jay Shou Yang. I'm a Taiwanese American identified individual.
What is the first word you think of when you hear the word sex?
Yummy.
Temptation.
Taboo.
Really?
I don't want to say liberation, but kind of like owning it, and owning sex, and not having it stigmatized.
What kind of sexual education did you receive growing up?
None.
Yeah.
None.
I never had a sex talk with my parents.
I definitely didn't get any from my mom, and my mom and my dad are both very traditional because they both immigrated here from Vietnam. And so we've never actually really talked about sex ever, even to this day.
My family is very much oriented on saving virginity and saving yourself for marriage and all of that stuff based on the culture and everything. So they never really talk about sex, and you don't really know what goes into it, and you kind of just are free, you're to yourself kind of thing. You don't know what happens with it.
I went to a very small Catholic school, and so the exposure that we had was that we shouldn't have sex until we got married, and we didn't really talk about protection because obviously protection and birth control is not what the church stands for.
A lot of the stuff I heard in high school and middle school, I didn't really understand a lot of the innuendo jokes because I was just I don't know, I was in my own little bubble of what my parents taught me and or didn't teach me.
Which is ironic because the first word we thought of was temptation and pleasure
Yeah.
on sex, but then through all our sex education is not any of that.
My situation is a little bit different from a lot of my Asian American friends, and I actually got sex ed from my mom. I remember being really, really young, probably before elementary school, and being told that no one can touch me without my permission, including my own parents. Then I had actual what we think of sex ed, talking about safe sex. My mom was here's Planned Parenthood website, you can look at this, find your resources.
Now, how did this sort of education that y'all received affect how you grew up and how you perceived sex?
I feel I learned as I kind of learned.
Yeah, learn as you go.
I was very confused when I was younger, a lot of times, because my parents didn't go over any of the sex talks, but I had my friends who knew a lot about sex, so I would get my education from them, and whatever I was curious about, I would look it up online.
When you watch sex ed videos, pamphlets, even when you go to the doctor and they ask how many sexual partners have you had, it's very heteronormative and very have you had sex with a man? So I'm well, I'm not attracted to men, so it just perpetuates that, and also identifying more as gender fluid. I just it's this weird navigation of how do I talk about it.
I think it was just completely refraining from it and just pushing it away. Even the thoughts of it is just no.
Or masturbation.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Girl.
I think for me, it made me very I always felt really confident. It made me a lot more confident about my body and about about sexuality, about talking about sex. It's never been something that's stigmatized for me because of how I was raised. So it was never something that I really thought about as bad or with any other stigmas associated.
When it comes to sex and being queer, that in itself, the idea of it not fitting the heteronormative or the typical like penis and vagina. It's like, oh well, I'm from my own experiences like not relating it to gender, just genitalia, like two vulvas, two vaginas together, like, oh, that must mean that I can't contract anything. You know, like I'm exempt from this, but obviously that's not the reality.
I feel like the ideal sex education is similar to that of Europe. It's very early exposure. There's a lot of data that's being shown to children, like more than just pictures, and then like, you know, certain opinions about like, oh, abstinence is the only way to prevent everything. I mean, I guess it's in a way, yeah, but like preventing it is to have good sex ed in the first place, right?
Especially with like a lot of Asian families or households, like they don't really talk about like sex in general. So like how are like the next generation gonna like really get educated or be more aware about like HIV and AIDS if like they don't even talk about like sex in the house?
It's not just like a gay thing or like a queer thing. This is like a very real issue. And I think some of the issues faced within the queer community of education, resources, access to these things, those are all really important in the community, but also in society as well.
I think it's important for Asian Americans to realize more and more as like time progresses that it's important to like just take that initiative to like be that person that speaks about it, because like I get it that culture has the values that like that shaped your life and everything, but like this is also shaping your life and shaping your health and shaping like what you need to know in the future. Like you're going to need to know it eventually.
Yeah.
When you get older and you actually have to like when sex is like actually something you're talking about and you're dealing with, there can be a lot of shame, and because of that, and like there's the expectation that Asian Americans are more of this like focus driven, the model minority, like always kind of career focused, job focused, school focused. There's this idea that maybe they don't even need sex ed. Like I said, like being nerds, you don't need to think about it. And then even this, because of that and like the lack of education, it also prevents Asian Americans from seeking out care when they do need care for their sexual health, or from like, you know, they need like their reproductive health taken care of.
This is Jay Sho Yang.
I'm Taiwanese American.
We're signing out.
Oh fuck!
Do the entire.
Yes, I promise.
It's not working. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, we're gonna go now. All right, calling her out.
Thanks.
Bye.